invented welcome mats?
Vampires invented what?
Welcome mats.
Welcome
Because
mats?
we were talking about vampires before the podcast, David and
Yeah.
I. Briefly, I don't know if I even saying, talking about vampires qualifies because I made a passing comment. And then my brain went, you think vampires invented welcome mats so they just have like an inn? Because that's like the ancient thing, like they gotta be welcomed in, right? They're kind of like Jesus. You gotta let them in, and they're immortal. David, what are your thoughts?
Well, if they were invented in New Orleans, then I actually do believe that because New Orleans has quite a vampire
Wait, is
population.
Dracula from the United States? I never knew this.
No,
I
no,
don't think so.
no.
But there's like a convention and people do like fang installations in New Orleans.
Fang installations, as
Yeah,
in
it's
like
like
dentistry.
it's like a it's kind of like that where this guy like just he just owns a shop and it kind of looks like a hair salon, and then you just go in there and you sit on a chair and he like measures your teeth and then installs fangs on them, like
Uh,
he glues them on, like he
Okay,
molds them.
they're not permanent though.
I think they're semi-permanent.
Where do you think he gets the fangs from?
I think he makes them. I think they're just made
You
out
don't
of like acrylic or something.
you don't think he gets them from wolves? You think he's making people into werewolves secretly?
How
Just
do
a
you become a werewolf? I feel like it has to be in your blood, right?
Well, you're supposed to get
Well,
bit.
I know a guy in New Orleans who does fangs.
Do you...
Anyway, this is fuck you. I'll see you tomorrow. The podcast.
All right, good show to everybody.
I'm Ark. That's Witch, and that's Joe.
All right, fuck you. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
No, that's how we end the show. God damn it. Just tell me when you gotta leave, and then we'll end.
I have to set an alarm for like an hour because I'm doing laundry.
Nice.
But I just put it in. I was waiting for you to message me if I was ready, so then I would know exactly from 1 hour now. I would...
So you just sat there with wet clothes?
No, it was. They were already like being washed.
No, she's still wearing them. She's in the washer.
Yeah, I'm in the washer right now. Do you hear it? Do you hear the water?
It's got a really good headset.
Well,
it is.
Really
I mean, to be fair, it is a really good headset, but I don't know if it's waterproof.
I mean,
well,
nothing's waterproof.
Based off past experience, I think it's probably 100% waterproof.
Based off of past experience, yeah.
David
The other times I've been into the washer with it on, it's been 100%.
It still works.
How often? How many times a week do you get inside the washing machine?
Well, I mean, like once a month at least.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was in the washing machine today. Yeah.
You were inside of it today? Yeah.
Yeah, I put my hand down in to pull some clothes out.
Well, that's not. Here's the question:
does that count?
Yeah, like, am I in a cave if I just stick my arm inside the cave? If the rest of my body's not in the cave?
What is the cave in this? Is it a metaphor?
No, no, it's a real. It's a literal cave.
Are you fisting someone, Dave?
Yeah. Yeah,
I knew
I'm fisting the earth.
Later.
Wait, is this a PG podcast?
God, fuck no.
Yes.
The podcast is called Fuck You. I'll see you tomorrow. How could it be PG?
Well, you get in PG movies you can get one fuck. PG-13.
PG-13.
We're way past our fuck limit.
Yeah.
No. Well, this is it's culminating over all the times we were supposed to do the podcast and never did it. So we're getting them all in right now.
Is this the first time you guys are doing this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I got the first episode. Wow.
This is not the first time I've sat in my swimming trunks playing a video game and pretended to listen to what David told me. No,
in the washer on Spin Cycle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is this just the shit on Ark podcast? Is that what this is? Just first of all, I'm not using your real names. You're using my real name, which is
I'm trying to
fine for me, but not for you two.
I'm Witch. This is Ark.
No, I'm Dave.
Call you
it's
Ark.
Dave now.
You're Dave.
No, it's Dave.
David. I don't know because everyone else calls you
Shut
David
up.
on
Stop
podcasts.
complaining, David. What are you?
Who's
don't
David?
need to complain.
I don't even know.
Who are any? Who is any of us really? Like
that's our guest today.
All right, no, David. You brought up something important before this whole spoke about OnlyFans.
Are we getting? Is that why I'm a guest?
You're not a guest. You're like the three of us. This is the podcast. This is the three of us. This is the podcast.
Oh, you swindled me.
We were gonna do an OnlyFans podcast too, and now you can't.
What are you gonna do an OnlyFans podcast? Is it just you can do OnlyFans where we all have fans on in the background?
No,
people can just listen to a podcast with just the noise of our fans.
We all have to talk like we're talking through a fan the whole time.
That was the peak of my childhood. Everything else went really downhill after that.
Everything.
Yeah, I mean, like you felt like a robot. You were like, holy.
Felt like a robot.
Tell me that was not the coolest thing you've ever
I
done.
know,
was
because
just
to me it was
talking
always
to a-
Darth Vader, right?
Oh yeah,
Luke.
yeah, I did that too. Luke, I am your father, and it sounded
No,
just like
I am
him.
your father.
But
Anyway,
to everyone else, it just sounds dumb.
yeah,
'cause
you
that
sound
no
like a
one else.
to everyone else, you sound like a fucking idiot. I didn't swindle you. I asked you if you wanted to be on a podcast with me like a month ago, and you were like, "Yeah, let's do that." And then you're like, "I'm gonna make my
Yeah.
own podcast."
I do want to do that. I'm working
Blackjack.
on that.
With
With
Blackjack
blackjacks and hookers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on OnlyFans.
And
Oh shit, no,
OnlyFans,
we can't
and
anymore.
OnlyFans.
Can't do anything.
Honestly,
on
this
OnlyFans.
is really stressing me out talking about this. I was hoping you guys weren't. You two are the least likely, I would think, to bring up OnlyFans and
It's in the news.
Well, there's a
you know?
reason. There's a reason.
And now you're bringing them up,
I
and now
was-
it's like, damn, I thought I could get away from this, but no, I've been hearing it all day.
I was
and now
just
have
about
hear
to
it on
start
the
an
podcast.
OnlyFans. You know, I was just
Were you
I was gonna start an
actually?
No, are you kidding?
Oh, wait, you are? Yeah, I guess you could now. You are single. You do have the freedom to do whatever.
Actually, the person I was dating was more than happy. Would have been more than happy to record things with me. But
Oh,
yeah, I am.
damn.
I am way more self-conscious. On one hand, I'm not afraid to take off my shirt, but like in a sexual way, 100%. Yeah, I am.
So wait, what's the difference between taking off your shirt and taking off your shirt sexually?
Because I assume
Just
people
the music in the background.
because if people don't if I'm in public, like I'm at the beach or I was camping this weekend, like taking off my shirt to go swimming isn't because it's not a sexual activity at all, right? But as soon as it's a more intimate thing, and I'm like,
So wait, just because you're taking your shirt off on OnlyFans, does that mean it's becoming sexual just because of the
for me, probably, yeah.
just interesting.
Yeah.
But you could just take off your
Yeah,
shirt.
he is a bit of a prude.
But I don't feel like that's sexual. Even if you're if you're filming yourself taking your shirt off and there's no sexual like connotation about it, and then you post it on a website that has sexual things happening on it, does that mean by default it becomes sexual?
No,
Listen,
no.
we have until October.
No,
Listen.
it's the context, right? Like, why am I taking my shirt off?
For money.
Well, then it seems it's probably sexual then. Because what else are people going to get? First of all, the people aren't getting anything.
Your shirt off for money, they're probably
yeah, right. Like, but like in my case, it might be maybe they have a horror fetish, right? So maybe they want to be afraid. So I take my shirt off. They get scared. They pay me money.
Do you have pancake nipples?
No.
Oh.
I just have like a dad bod.
Are those nipples you can eat? What is a pancake?
Pancake nipples are nipples are the size of pancake.
I have crepe nipples.
Sorry, cryptid?
Crepe. Yeah. We speak French up here.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
Fuck you, I do. A little bit.
No, you don't.
So Ark,
yes.
You went camping.
Yeah, I did.
I want to know from
those
like
poor animals.
not
animals
via text message, what happened to this relationship that kind of like went downhill?
Not my relation. Okay, so 10 of us went camping, 9 of us left.
A lot of people.
9 of us returned.
9 of us returned. I should say together, because one person, I don't know where this person is now. So
you have to tell us.
Yeah, I will.
I will. Okay.
So one of my best friends, I went camping with one of my best friends, his girlfriend, and 2 other people that I knew that I'd met through them, through my one of my best friends and his girlfriend, met through them. We went tubing a few weeks ago. We went down a river in tubes. It was great, a lot of fun. So they were like, "You should come camping with us." So I went with them, and then the girlfriend, one of my best friends, his girlfriend, 5 other of her friends. So there was 2 other it was 3 other couples. I don't know how to do math.
They all count as one anyways.
Yeah.
Like if I'm buying a birthday present for no, not
a birthday
present. If it's like a Christmas present or like any kind of like anniversary or something, they're both getting the same. They're getting the same thing, and they can open it together.
Yeah, she's right. When I don't buy gifts for people, I know, like, listen, I'm not buying a gift for his wife either or her husband.
You get the communal gifts between the 2 of you, and you guys can fight for it. Normally, it's alcohol and food.
Hell yeah, something you can use, something you know they're not going to throw out.
So, studies have shown. I kind of hate it when it's like studies show, but it's like several studies have like kind of pushed the evidence towards that you're better off buying people things that are experiences than like buying them stuff. Like, don't buy somebody a couch. Buy them like, you know, like here's
A
let's go to
subscription to my OnlyFans.
yeah, there you go.
That's an experience.
Or my OnlyFans, which would be a really terrible experience.
We didn't say whether the experience would be good or bad. We just
That's
said
true.
Like, you could be like one of those people. Like, you know, there's people with fetishes. Like, you're gonna go to a very select audience.
The last thing I want is to be fetishized, to be honest.
Anybody can like
if you
get
were
in good
fetishized.
shape and
I
then, you
don't.
know, take their shirt off on.
I mean, if I was in shape, I would actually be more. I wish I could be. I don't like being treated like a piece of meat.
You're in a shape, yeah.
I'm not. I'm in a shape. Yeah, I'm in several actually. If you mix 4
Yeah.
pairs together, you get a shape.
You get an apple.
So anyway, we have to kayak and canoe, like 500 meters. It's not very far. It's like 500 meters, and then we have to portage, which is to take our equipment and our food and our kayaks and stuff over land back to more water, and then kayak and canoe again. This guy is not being a team player, like at all.
What
like
was
people,
he doing?
we were
When
like
he
trying.
just
We're like
wasn't helping.
we're behind because they're late, as well as some other people. So we're like, hey, let's grab your stuff. Let's give you a hand. Let's go down to the water. We'll get everything in the canoes. So we're like grabbing his stuff, and he comes back, storming back down the dock, and he's like, and he's just muttering to himself, like, gotta bring this shit all the way back up to my truck. And he like takes his shit back up to his truck, and we have he's not talking to any of us.
He's like asking for help or anything.
He's
right?
not, and we're like, hey man, like, what do you need? What do you blah blah blah? You know, we're trying, and he's just not responding to us basically. So, you know, we're trying to pack the canoes, and then he's like kind of bitching about how the canoes are being packed to himself, even though there's 9 other people standing around him who can hear him, right? Just being very passive aggressive. So finally, we get in the water, we do all the shit. The portage is not easy because we didn't know what to expect. It was labeled as easy to moderate because it's like, oh, it's 2 hills. It was not easy. Even for the in-shape people, it was not easy because it was very up and down and it was very rocky. We thought it would be a little less rocky. And like when I say rocky, I don't mean like big rocks that you can like easily walk on. I mean like tons of like arm-sized, like torso-sized rocks that are like on bad angles, so you're constantly catching like your foot bones on them as you're walking through. Plus you're
Your
wet.
foot bones.
Yeah.
Are you like barefoot at this point?
I was wearing water shoes. Some people
Okay.
change shoes. I just kept my water shoes on. Water shoes are just barely soles. So like because I can kind of walk on, like I have like hobbit feet, so I can walk on most things and it's fine. But like rocks that like if you step on it wrong, it does hurt, right? And like I did hurt my foot on the way back, but it's fine now. Which is
Your
only
poor
like,
toes.
yeah.
Your poor toes.
It wasn't my toes. I actually like bruised like at the phalanges or whatever. It doesn't matter. So like, you know, I'm trying to like talk to this guy and like he's trying to do stuff on his own. He doesn't know how to carry a canoe by himself. He's carrying it by the wrong spot.
Oh.
So I'm like,
wait, was
what's
this
up?
like his first time like camping, I guess? Or like he just like
I
didn't want
have
to be
no,
there?
none of us have any
It
idea.
sounds like it was his first time being with other people.
Yeah. So what we were told later is that he like grew up on like a reservation and he's a native and he like grew up like fishing and hunting and stuff. And like none of that could possibly be true.
I was gonna say I don't believe that if he doesn't know how to portage or
Doesn't, yeah.
canoe.
I don't even know
I
how to
don't-
spell it.
So
Yeah, I don't know how to spell it either.
So we finally, you know, that all happens. We get to camp and then he doesn't have dinner with us. Like we're all cooking dinner. Like we're going to have a bunch of hot dogs. This is the first night. We're all hungry.
Communal dinner.
Yeah. And, you know, it's 2 campsites, but we're only using 1 fire. We're all hanging out together. He's with us in a chair. The smoke keeps hitting him too. It's like that thing where like wherever you go, the smoke hits you. And we're joking about it. And he's like kind of warming
That's
up to us.
hilarious.
And then like we're, you know, we didn't bring water. We brought tablets. The water was very clean, but you still have to, you know, take care. So we're drinking purified water, you know, shake it up. We wait half an hour. And then this guy doesn't drink any water. He doesn't eat any food. I get up the next morning at like 9 o'clock and everyone's like, oh, so-and-so's gone. We're like, what do you mean he's gone? They're like, yeah, he fucked off. He argued with his girlfriend all night while getting super high, did not drink any water, didn't eat any food, and like decided to just hike back because by his words, he was stripped of his nativeness by his girlfriend because she didn't buy worms so he could go fishing when they were getting their canoe at the outfitters. So
Stripping him of his culture.
yeah,
or-
well, the fact that he's a native.
Why? Well, I mean,
What
why
is
didn't
that?
he just like go dig in the ground and get worms then? If it was...
Apparently, before we went up there, he said the water would be so clean you wouldn't have to purify it, which I want people to be aware. That's not true anywhere.
There
There's-
are ways. I mean, I've watched some survival skills on like how you can drink water, but that's like a life or death situation.
Right. Yeah,
you
and
know?
like you could absolutely drink this water without purifying it, but you will get sick. You almost certainly will get sick. It might not be enough to kill you, but you're probably going to get, some diarrhea.
Probably get a stomach ache and
Yeah.
a
No,
little.
I love a
Um,
little diarrhea.
Top,
Yeah.
if you're on the top of a mountain, maybe you're good, right? Because that's like the freshest of the fresh part of the water cycle. But it's not, rolling down
I
into
mean,
fish shit.
but at the end of the day, who really cares though? Because it's like, man, if he wants to go out and drink the water, who's stopping him? He can go drink the water. Just because you guys brought tablets to purify the water doesn't mean that he has to use them. He can go drink. If he
Sure.
is saying,
Yeah.
if he is claiming that the water is like clean
That
enough
clean,
for
yeah.
us to drink without purifying it, then why? Why is that stopping him from just drinking it on his own? And then everyone else can
Yeah.
choose how they want to drink
Yeah,
their
yeah.
water.
It's
So-
one of those
yeah.
people that just like don't realize, maybe people don't want to do things absolutely your way, and they're independent,
Yeah.
and they just can't wrap their head around that.
So he decided to hike back on his own, which we learned was a 9-kilometer hike. He did it without having anything to drink for
Holy
more
crap.
than 24 hours, nothing to eat for more than 24 hours. Not an easy hike. I did it twice.
And
While
this
we
is
were
just
there.
to get to the campground.
This was so he could go back to like the ranger station. It's a provincial park, so he was going back to the entrance basically.
And he walked it, but he has a car, right?
Well, yeah, but we had to portage to here, so he went back overland a different way, which is further. It's a longer trek, at least to stay on the trail. So he ended up back at the place where he rented the canoe with his girlfriend, and from there, like he ended, I don't know, with the police or whatever, he ended up in the hospital
From being sick?
from being dehydrated. He was delirious.
Oh, well then why didn't he drink the water that he said was clean?
I don't listen. This guy is he's not intelligent. So his
You
girlfriend
don't know that.
they broke up like that morning too. Like it was just so
Was
fun.
she really? I feel like she must have been really sad.
She
right?
was, yeah, she was devastated. She was also like in a bad mood because she felt like she was responsible for him, all this happening to him, sort of, because she's not a terrible person.
No, she should feel good. She dodged a bullet.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
right?
no way.
He's
Yeah.
clearly
How long were they? Do you know how long they were?
no.
dating
I have
for?
no information on the history of
16
this
years.
relationship. 16.
Imagine that's how you break
That's
up.
how
Wow.
you break up. You nearly
After
die.
16
And like
years,
she
it's
was like she was calling his mom. Like it's so many things were going on. It was easily the worst part of the trip, and
it's also
but
entertaining in a way.
for other people, sure, yeah, it's fun for other people, not so much for
I'm sorry.
not. I mean, I like it's maybe it's shit. It's shitty of me to be like I'm petty, and I'm like, man, this really sucked for me on my trip. Like we could have just had a great trip, because for 9 people, like the rest of us got along great, and nobody was like snippy. Everyone was like happy to be around each other. Everybody we got all of each other's jokes. Everybody was willing to lend a hand anytime. It's like, hey, can you help me with this? Can you help me with this? Nobody was ever like, hey, how come you're not doing anything? It was never, we were all just like on vacation, and people were like, hey, I want to like take care of this. So everybody kind of just fit their role and nobody complained about it. The rest of us got along great, and that was utterly awesome.
Everybody but that one dickhead.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I do hope he's okay. Like he got home safely and stuff. But yeah, damn, I don't know why he agreed to go on this camping trip if he was gonna be like
Yeah.
Can you get him on the podcast next week?
grumpy. Yeah, I want him as a guest now.
Like,
We want to know his side of the story.
so here's what, because the Rangers came to talk to his girlfriend and our neighbors, right? Because he ended up like in the hospital. They're not Rangers, they're parks officers, because we're in Ontario. So he had said apparently that we were making him beg for food and water.
Oh, okay. You said he was getting high, right? Like, was it just weed?
Yeah,
or...
he had mushrooms on him. I don't know.
Oh, he just did a handful. Oh,
I don't.
my
No.
God,
We don't
that's
know.
so
We don't know if he took them,
makes-
but he was smoking weed the whole night, basically. Like,
Yeah.
just
For
the whole
those of
night.
you who don't know, if anyone's listening to this podcast right now, weed is very legal here, so you can drink it.
You can drink it. You can. You're right.
I
You
didn't know
can
you
drink
could
it
drink
here.
weed.
You can drink weed. Yeah.
You can
I
smoke
had
it
this
wherever.
whole argument with someone in your Discord because I was like, smoking is bad for you. They're like, yeah, but smoking weed is good for you. I'm like, no. Smoke is bad for you because it's smoke. If
Maybe it's smoke in itself is a carcinogen.
yeah, like there's a reason they figured out other ways for you to get THC out of marijuana. You can eat it, right? You can vape it. You can do like any other. There's pills you can take. Like there's a bunch of things.
Well,
You
I
don't-
like okay, so I don't smoke weed. I don't pursue. I don't do any of the Mary Janes or jazz cabbage, whatever you want to call it. But
Jazz
I-
cabbage.
yeah, devil's lettuce.
Fucking jazz cat.
I've never heard.
weed.
I've never heard
Yeah.
jazz
You
cabbage
never heard
before.
Incredible.
jazz cabbage?
That's incredible. I love that.
Oh,
Oh my
you learn something new.
Oh
today.
my god.
I don't really I used to do it in high school, but now it gives me anxiety. I already have anxiety. So, but the one thing that my friend showed me was this chocolate bar and he was like, "Yo, just try a little bit of it just for the taste." I kid
taste?
you not, this stuff tastes like an actual like the one of like a really high quality chocolate bar. I would never know there was like THC in it if he didn't mention it. And knowing me, I'm a snacky person, so whenever I go to their place, I like tend to snack
Snack.
on the snacks that I can
On
see
the
around.
weed, yeah.
I know I don't ask permission to eat their snacks. I kind of just do it because it's kind of like my second home. But I was like, damn, I could probably accidentally eat some THC like weed snacks and not even know it, and then just get myself really high, and then I'd get really scared. So now I'm
Hmm.
very careful about it. But that chocolate bar tasted really good. They also have flaming hot Cheetos with THC.
With weed in it?
Yeah. You can buy them at dispensaries here. They also have gummy bears, Sour Patch Kids, like sour
What a
keys.
world to be a drug addict.
Yeah. In Ontario, yeah.
You can't get addicted to drugs. What are you talking about?
Oh, it is very addictive though.
You know, I'm addicted to caffeine.
Me too. I recently became addicted to caffeine. I can't function without it now. It's pretty bad.
I've been addicted my whole life.
Coffee. Oh my god, I love coffee. I never drank coffee, but I used to drink a lot of matcha and tea, but now that I started drinking iced coffee this summer, I'm hooked. Like
yeah,
I
and you're
can't
gonna be
function
drinking
without it.
fucking pumpkin spice lattes.
They're coming back on the 24th. I'm so excited. And I have
No,
What do you mean no? What's wrong with pumpkin spice lattes?
no, it's just nothing. In the end,
Exactly,
it's nothing.
nothing.
It
It's
doesn't
not
affect
hurting
me. I don't
anyone.
care.
It's not hurting anyone.
You don't know that.
It's
You don't
definitely
know that.
hurting your
It's
wallet.
hurting
Let's
pumpkins.
be fair.
It's hurting pumpkins.
There's no pumpkin and pumpkin spice stuff. It's all like nutmeg and
Is
cinnamon.
it nutmeg and
Yeah.
cardamom and
Yeah.
it's nutmeg, cardamom, clove, cinnamon.
Yeah, there's no fucking pumpkin. It bothers me that they call it pumpkin spice because it's everything else.
Honestly, it's the drink of my people. I'm not gonna question what's in it.
Your
people.
people?
Yeah,
I mean,
basic,
yeah,
basic,
it's my culture.
Oh my God.
basic,
It's my one culture.
basic
People are like-
people.
People are like white people don't have culture. I'm like I will fight you on that because we have
Well,
pumpkin
no.
spice lattes.
White people do not have culture. There are cultures, but white people is not a culture. White people is a
Now,
generalization.
What is pumpkin spice? That
It's
is
the
definitely
fucking North Americans. It's not white people. There's plenty of North American. It's a North American thing. It's not white, right? Like,
white.
yeah,
Uh,
white
But,
people is
okay.
not it's not an ethno group.
Do you take
Oh.
pride in the fact that we as white people and as North Americans invented pumpkin spice?
absolutely. We also invented
Did we
Hawaiian
invent
pizza
pumpkin spice?
and basketball.
I should ask
I
somebody.
mean, those are Canadian things, though.
Well, no, basketball was invented by a Canadian in the United States.
Yeah, so it counts.
Oh, really? I thought it was invented by an.
I think I think it's both ways.
The telephone was invented by a Scotsman,
And the guy that
not
invented
in
the
Canada,
basketball
but we claim
had the
it
worst
anyway.
record as a coach.
Yeah,
As a college coach, he had the worst record. It's just the best.
it's a great little tidbit.
Okay, so
Do
art
you think
doesn't.
do you think he kept changing the rules constantly to try and win?
That's
And he just kept losing
but they kept other people like you and me just figured out ways around them.
just to cheat?
Yeah, like in D&D, we're like, if we just did this, it'd be a lot easier. And he's like, God damn it, they keep figuring out double passes.
No, you can't do that. That's illegal. No, you can't pass the ball. You have to. You're like, all right, get this guy out of here. He's insane.
What were you gonna ask? Are you gonna say something?
I was gonna say, so Ark has never tried bubble tea, but Joe, have you tried bubble tea before?
I think I have.
Do you like it? Do you remember? Did you get the tapioca
Here's
pearls?
no, definitely no to that.
Oh
Here's the thing.
no!
Here's the thing. I've tried a lot of things in my life at least once or twice, and a lot of time I've gone like, yeah, it's good. It's just not, overall for me. Or I've gone like, yeah, it's good, but like I could just drink a Mountain Dew because I'm an addict.
I mean, I'm that way.
Like-
Like, I would much rather have a Dr. Pepper than a beer.
I would much rather.
No.
I think I agree with that. I like Dr. Pepper. I used to like Mountain Dew a lot, but I have this thing that I want to do, and I think Ark has overheard me talk about this once. 'cause I think it was
Overheard
during-
you? What? Like, was I hiding in the bushes?
No, I think it was. I think it was on my Twitch stream. But I don't know. I don't know if you remember this, but it was like me talking about wanting to make pumpkin spice lattes, but a bubble tea version. I feel like I've talked about this a lot.
I mean, probably.
So Starbucks has the powder. It's like an instant powder of pumpkin spice latte mix. And I want to buy that and then just make tapioca pearls and then add them together into like a pumpkin spice bubble tea.
Why don't you buy the 4 ingredients that make pumpkin spice and then just mix it yourself
No,
until you
it's-
get the
No,
right?
because it's not the same. Because they use the way it's like the instant mix has like the coffee, the cream, the like spice, I don't know. It just has a certain flavor that I personally I've tried recreating it many times and I haven't been able to successfully. I've tried. I'm like in my kitchen experimenting with this stuff all the time.
You mean over your cauldron because you're a witch.
My cauldron,
Yeah.
yeah. I do have a cauldron in my kitchen.
That's pretty dope. Is that how you make all your
Pretty dope.
soup?
It is.
You're always
yeah.
making soups.
Oh
Soup's
yeah, I
fun.
love soups.
Stone soup?
Do you like soup or stew better?
Oh, me and Ark have thought about this before. I think
It's not fighting.
debating.
Just
You
prefer.
you fought over it.
I like soup more, but Ark likes stew more.
I do, yeah. I don't like drinking my food. I like to chew my food, and stew
I
is
think
a chewable.
I like you do the soup, you eat all the stuff, and then it's like a bowl of cereal. You lift it up and gobble it all
Yeah.
down. Kind of
Right, but
Eat
that's
it-
just
But I do also
vegetable
like
water.
this too. I like them both.
I don't
I
want
like
to.
them both.
No. It's water with the broth because the broth might not even be real vegetables.
Right, but I like I like milk. What do you want from me? I like milk. So like drinking milk at the end of a bowl of cereal is
Milk.
great. Milk, you know,
Milk.
milk, yeah. Rat milk from The Simpsons. But I don't want to drink soup stew flavored water at the end. That's
No.
what if I eat stew, what I do is I take my bread and I'll soak up all the juices and then eat that because it's something to chew on.
Did you say you soak up all the juice?
All the juices from
Oh.
the stew.
I don't discriminate. I still think stew is considered a form of soup, in my opinion.
I think it is. Yeah.
Well, is cereal a chowder then?
No,
Right? Because it's not.
hot though.
You-
Maybe oatmeal. I think that oatmeal could be categorized as soup.
I think they're all soups.
You think all liquids in a bowl are soup?
If it's a liquid and a solid mixed together in a bowl, it's a soup. You put a shoe in a bowl full of oil, that's a soup.
bowl full of oil? Do I have to Google what a soup
That's a
is?
nightmare
That's
fuel.
that's Black Monday.
That's cursed food, man. I don't know. If
That's a
soup.
Black Monday stew, which is
What?
also a classic.
I'm Google. My Google searches are terrible. What is soup? A liquid dish typically made by boiling meat, fish, or vegetables in stock or water. Aha! It has to be a liquid. Soup has to be a liquid. Is a
So then
primary
stew-
liquid food.
So what? So what's a stew definition then?
All right, what is a stew? A stew is a combination of solid food ingredients that have been
Like a
cooked
combination.
in liquid and served in the resultant gravy. There you go.
So you're just eating vegetables and gravy, and that's what the stew
So a
is.
soup is a stew, but a stew is not a soup.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think technically, yeah. I think a stew is the set.
All right, then it's all stew.
That's
so what's
fine.
curry? Is curry a stew then? I guess
Yeah,
it would
it
be.
has
'cause
to
it's
be. It
considered
has to be.
gravy.
Yep.
Huh. Then I don't know. Then I actually really like curry. I don't know. I always considered curry like a soup.
Well, it is. It's just a stew, right? And soup is stew. So we're agreed then. Cereal, but cereal can't be a stew then because cereal isn't milk is not a
gravy.
gravy. But I
Yeah,
would
so it's a
consider it
soup.
I would consider it a chowder.
I feel like a chowder's a cream base.
Chowder is a type of soup or stew often prepared with milk or cream. Well, if it
Wait,
can't,
how can they say soup or stew? Oh my gosh.
because different definitions.
yeah, because people aren't up on stew talk like we are, where they're not.
Yeah.
They haven't figured
We
out
got-
that
we
soups
should-
are just stews.
We should start a group, like an organization about this.
International Stew Organization.
International
It'll
soup,
be the
soup
it'll be
or
the
stew.
looking upon team, or slut for short.
Stewing over soup.
Stew slut for short. Oh my god.
Stew looking upon team.
Oh god. All right. Let me ask you something.
I do.
What? You don't know what
Do
the
you
question?
think if offered $3 million, you could fit a Mountain Dew in your asshole?
Yeah, I think
I've been
so.
sitting on that one for a while.
I've had this
You've
question.
been,
I mean,
you've been
I've
sitting on the
witnessed
Mountain Dew
people
for a
talk about
while.
this
You
before.
mean?
No, sitting on asking the question.
How much money would I get
$3 million.
$3 million.
for
Fitting it-
sticking Mountain
Filling a whole Mountain Dew in your asshole. It has to be the 20-ounce bottles, though.
20-ounce bottle.
20 ounces? Okay, I'm down. I think I could do that.
What's 20 ounces to liter? Hold on.
I think I could do
Oh, that's a 590 milliliter. Yeah.
That's the medium size.
The whole bottle?
You gotta get the whole thing in there.
Oh,
And then you gotta shut. You gotta shut. It can't be singed.
No, can't do it. I don't think I could do that. No. I don't think I could.
I think I physically can, because as we all know, the butthole can stretch to 8.5 inches wide.
It can fit 3 real-size raccoons in it.
I thought it was 2.
What?
Oh, it's 2.5 then.
What am I learning right now?
Yeah, the
Yeah, because
average
raccoons are like
butthole-
a cat. They can shrink. Like there's a
They
lot of
can
fur on them.
shrink.
Wait, I don't know about that.
Raccoons can shrink.
Well, they got a lot of fur and fat, but they're actually very small.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like when you get them wet.
So raccoons can fit through they can fit through like a 4-inch hole.
Yeah, as long as
So,
their skull can
Theoretically,
fit
you
through.
could fit 2 full-size raccoons in your butthole.
Oh my-
Why is there
Technically
no
more.
cat girl? Well, okay, you know how there's like a cat woman? Why is there no raccoon woman?
There's what are you
There-
talking about? There's
there is
Sly
a raccoon.
Cooper.
Oh,
No. That's a man though.
Doesn't he have a girlfriend?
Yeah, but she's not a raccoon.
Oh, interspecies.
She's a fox.
I
She's
don't
a
know.
fox.
I don't know if that's okay.
Quite literally.
I don't know if that's okay.
Well, if it makes it better, they break up in the 4th game for a little bit.
Just for a little bit.
Well, yeah, when they're traveling through time.
What's their child going to be? A red?
Because Sly
Panda?
Cooper, he had amnesia for a little while, but he didn't really have amnesia. He was faking it so he could be with his girlfriend who was a cop, because he's a thief.
Oh.
Yeah, and she was the one hunting him down.
Mm.
Yeah, I played all the games. I'm a loser, I know.
You're not a loser.
Thank you. I won't take back what I've said about you though.
What did you say about me?
I can't tell you on here.
Okay. I got a related question.
to fitting raccoons up your ass?
Yeah, when was the last time you shit yourself?
Actually, very recently, almost. Almost.
I feel like this is getting more popular as I get older. Is this kind of line of questioning?
To be
I
fair,
went through like a period in my life, right, where like I shit myself a lot, and then like I started
mean-
walking
you
around
mean
and
I-
I could make myself.
You mean being a baby? You mean being an infant?
Yeah. I shit myself all the time. back then. It was like every day. I think like once or twice a day I was shitting my pants.
Maybe more.
And then like I got to the freedom of walking around, and I was still shitting myself every once in a while. But then I figured out how to use the toilet, and it happened less frequently. I'd still wet the bed once in a while. And
Wait.
then around like age of 8, I shit myself a few times. One time I shit all over a bathroom, like just an entire bathroom at this like gas station because the lights didn't work.
wait, is this in a game or are you talking about real life?
I'm talking about real life. I'm going through my whole like epic
Oh
of
my
every time I've shit my
God.
pants.
This doesn't sound real. Okay.
And then after like 8, I didn't shit myself again for a really long time. Like I made it through all of school, all of my schooling, never shit my pants once.
Good.
And then I was in the military. I got through basic training, and I was in my technical school in San Antonio. And we were marching to our class one day, and I realized I've got shit, and I broke formation and ran, and I didn't make it, and I threw my underwear out in the trash can and got back in formation. Then I shit myself again in a car ride, like about a year and a half later, and I left my underwear in a bush and just kept going.
Wait, how old were you during these
And then I haven't really
incidents?
shit. The last one, the tech school was 19. The other one was like 21, 22. And then I've had a lot of
Oh.
close calls, but I haven't shit my pants since.
Yeah, I
of
had
close calls.
a lot of close calls. Like last week, I think I took laxatives, but then I was stuck on the TTC, which is the
Ooh.
Toronto commuting
Toronto
Public
Transit Commission, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I was stuck in traffic, and I honestly thought I was gonna. That was it for me. But
They should rename that to like citizens looking into transport. Clip.
I feel it.
Is this a recurring bit you're gonna? I like it.
No,
No,
it's not.
because I have a question. If you're in the shower, is it shitting yourself?
No.
Yes. Wait. Yes. You
No,
can't.
the tubes. No, those tubes go to the same spot. What does it matter?
Okay.
Why are you shitting in the shower?
Well,
Well, it's just
You're
it's just
making me really
realized-
nervous.
I realized. What do you mean? Why would you be nervous? What does this have to do with you?
This is like when I found out that guys don't actually wipe their asses in the
What?
shower.
Whoa,
They just let the
whoa!
water. They just let the water trickle down.
What?
and
No,
they
you
think
gotta
that's
you gotta
funny.
clean. No,
Oh.
you gotta clean.
You gotta.
No, I
yeah,
clean
most
it, yeah,
guys
but I
don't know
understand-
that
I understand what
though.
you're
And
saying.
now
Yeah.
you're making me nervous with like, man, do all guys just like shit in the shower?
No,
Is this like a thing
No.
that
The
I'm
only
learning?
I pee in the shower, but I think everyone pees.
you gotta
I
pee
feel
in the
like
shower.
there's two types of people in the world: people that pee in the shower and people who lie about peeing in the shower.
And people that pee in the shower and people that shit in the pool.
Well, now I'm realizing
Shit in the
that
pool.
shitting in the shower is a thing. I didn't know
It's
that
not.
was
Well,
a thing.
it never was, but it was like I was covered in soap, so I was like, am I gonna get out?
I was covered in shit.
Am I covered in soap? Am I gonna get out? Am I gonna get
Yes.
out for this? I also just needed to fart. I thought I just needed to fart, and it turns out I did not. So
No, this is.
In response to this, because of the same reasoning, I have pooped in the shower. So like, time to get a, uh-oh. And you just have that
Amazing.
moment where you go, that's not a fart. I don't consider it shitting yourself unless you expand the
I think
definition of
it is.
shitting yourself to being pooping when you did not intend to.
I think that is the definition of shitting yourself.
No, you shit yourself is you shit in your pants.
No, because there's a term that is shit in your pants, and then there's a term shit yourself. I think.
All
they're
right, well
different.
let's leave it up to a vote.
There's only 3 people here.
yeah, so
I
it's-
know, so it's gonna be
you're
pretty
gonna-
decisive.
You two are gonna have to sway
This
me.
is unanimous.
No, you're gonna have to sway me.
Well, David, do you think you shit yourself in the shower the other day?
No, I don't.
Well, then I rest my case.
But you also said, "When's the last time you shit yourself?" So you.
Yeah, I was leading
automatically-
into whether or not I shit myself because I don't think I did.
I don't think you shit yourself, David.
Yeah.
I'm on your team. I think you're right.
Yeah.
As much as I would like to agree with you, I don't. I think if you thought you had a fart and then realized it wasn't a fart, I think that's shitting yourself. Because if
Well,
poop actually
what if
came
I
out
thought
of
I
your
had?
bum, then
Sorry.
I think that's considered shitting yourself.
What if I
No
thought I
matter
had
where.
to poop, but it turned out to be a fart? Did I shit myself in?
Wait, sorry, repeat the question.
Have you ever gone to poop and then you realized, oh, it's just a fart?
No, I have the other.
Really?
The other.
You've never thought, oh, this is gonna be a big one, and then it's just a big fart.
It's a.
Yeah.
Maybe I have actually. Yeah, I don't think I've had that recently, but yeah, that sounds like something I would have. I don't know.
That's like if I had
that blows my mind.
like you drink
Hearing
too
that.
much soda, but you
other-
actually don't eat a lot of food, and you think, oh, I'm gonna have to poop,
That-
and then it's just a big fart.
I actually don't really drink soda a lot or pop. I
That's
call
fair
it
enough.
pop, but
That's fine.
no, I have like I have moments where I'm like, oh my god, I need to fart, and then it's like straight up diarrhea, and I'm like, oh my god.
Which have you ever
luckily,
used
I've
a male
never-
restroom?
A male restroom? Yeah, okay. I have some moments I'm not really proud of where I was at the club and I thought I wasn't gonna make it to the women's bathroom because there was like a half an hour lineup outside the women's bathroom because all the girls were like puking and peeing and hanging out in the bathroom doing their makeup and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, I can't, just need to pee. So I ran into the men's bathroom and all the guys were like, what? And then I just went to the stall because no guys ever use the stall if they're peeing. They just use the urinal.
Oh, yes, they do. Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I mean,
that's
okay.
besides the point because we're quick, so you
Yeah,
don't really
yeah.
realize.
Yeah, I was really quick, so I just was in and out, but all the guys were like cheering and stuff for me, and I was like, I'm sorry, I just really needed to
Did you
go.
wash your hands?
Yeah, I did.
You don't
Yeah.
have to lie. It's
No, I did. I always wash my hands. So they were looking at. That's when they started cheering. Is when I was washing my hands, and I was like trying not to look at them. I
have
felt
you ever
bad.
used the wrong restroom by mistake? Though?
Have I ever walked into a men's restroom thinking it was a women's?
Yeah,
Oh well, yeah, all the time because I'm
all the time.
an idiot.
I did it just the other week. I walked into the women's restroom, sat down, took a shit, left a big stinker, wiped my
Okay.
butt, stood up, opened the door, and there's 3 women washing their hands, and they all went, and I went,
Wait, I've never like went into it and like actually done my business and then realized that I was in the men's the entire time. Normally, I'll like walk in, I'll see a dude, and I'm like, "Whoops, that's the wrong bathroom." Or it's just unisex anyways, so it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
I think
They're
we
all
need to
kind of the same.
eliminate male and female bathrooms because this
I
is
think we
I
need to eliminate
agree.
bathrooms
It's-
entirely.
it's.
Yeah, no.
I think we need to eliminate men and women.
Yeah, I
Oh,
do.
that's
No,
better. Yeah, what have the bathrooms ever done to us? Yeah, eliminate the men and women.
yeah, I agree.
No
Eliminate
one's
the
allowed to use
human
the bathroom.
population.
because I'm
No one.
tired of segregation. You know, it's just another form of segregation. We need to.
I'm all for eliminating the human race up until
Me
like I'm
too.
one of the last 5 left, and then like you know what? What if
Same.
we just called it off?
Yeah, I'd be like,
Just
well, how
call
about everyone dies but me and my cat?
we get to the end. We're like, you know what? The 3 of us. That's enough. We've killed enough people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do them proud. We'll do it right this time.
We'll do it right like Thanos.
Yeah.
I'll reduce this
Only half?
universe to its atoms. No. In
Oh.
Endgame, he goes, "I'll reduce this universe to its atoms and start again."
Yeah, it sounds pretty
Yeah.
decent at this point.
Is that a
God,
burp?
we're all nihilists, aren't we?
I'm actually an existentialist.
No.
I believe you make your own purpose in existence, which is what existentialism is.
I guess maybe, but
Nihilism is you believe there is no purpose.
Niall.
Niles?
it's you believe in Niles.
Like the river? Like several of them?
No, like
No,
the
like the
name
show.
Nile.
Oh,
Oh.
like Niles from Frasier?
Yeah. It's from Washington. I wanted to make a Niles joke.
That's Seattle.
Yeah, Washington.
Yeah, okay. Do I have any other questions? I gotta totally out of left field. What were your first, if you're not still using them, what were your first usernames or emails that like, because like, you know, when you like, I was like 12 or 13 when I made my first email, maybe even younger, maybe like 9 or 10. And like, there's no, I'd still be using it, but there are people I know who are still using their first like emails from when they were kids, and they're like
A
super
lot of
dumb.
people I know still use their first emails, but I don't.
It's crazy. It's crazy to me. I think mine was like Monkey Boy because I always climbed things, and my sister would always call me Monkey Boy, and she helped me make my first Yahoo email.
Oh,
So she was like, "We'll call you Monkey Boy," and I was like, "Yeah, whatever. I
Aw.
don't care." Like, because I didn't know what email was for, so I was like, "Whatever, just be Monkey
Was
Boy."
that your nickname?
No, my oldest brother always called me Bones growing up.
Oh yeah. Oh, is that why
no.
Is that why you have an emote called Show Bones?
It's not an email or emote. Yeah.
Emotes.
No. For some reason,
It's an email.
it came up as a joke. I think it was one Halloween, and my friends and I were at Walmart, and we saw like, you know, they'll have like a bag of like a skeleton. It was in like a mesh bag. So I think in our minds it was like, is that skeleton wearing fishnets? Like, it's a skeleton, it doesn't have skin, but it's wearing fishnets. So we're like, it's instead of show skin, like whatever, it's show bones. And that turned into like all kinds, just like whenever we would just say things, we'd be like, oh, show bones, right? Like, show me your bones. But yeah, Bones was my nickname growing up. At least only he called me that though. Only my brother called me that. No, we always thought Showbones was funny, and as it turns out, it's not a great. You made a good emote, but it's not like a great emote because nobody fucking gets the joke.
Yeah, it has like some explaining to do, and it has
Yeah.
kind of like its own little lore.
I mean, to me, it's like if I kill somebody in like Apex or something, or when we would play Among Us. Like when you kill someone in Among Us, you see their bones. So I was like, show me bones, show bones.
Huh.
Show me them bones. Plus, you know, I have a skeleton in me that wants out. You know, like
Same. Let me out of this flesh prison.
So let me just show my bones. Let me show my bones off.
I always thought it was a sexual thing, but then I realized very quickly when I first got to know you that you're not really a sexual guy.
He doesn't
Like,
have a single sexual bone in his body.
Yeah.
I don't even have a penis, actually. I don't know if you're aware.
That's not true.
Because I'm just a skeleton.
That's not true.
This
He
meat
just,
suit
he
I
just
wear.
has a cock. He just has a cock, but it's actually just like a chicken. So.
Well, the cock is the male, right? The hen is the.
Yeah, it's a rooster, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. My brother probably listens to this show, and I'm sure he's glad he does right now.
Well, this is the first episode. No one listens to it.
I mean, people are listening, so.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, mute the
This is
audio.
Mute
Turn
the
off all
audio.
systems.
You didn't tell me this.
Were you gonna
Oh
say
my
Show
something?
this on
God.
network
It's
TV.
what are you talking? It's like gonna go live on YouTube in 24
Oh
hours.
my. Oh no! On YouTube?
Yeah.
We'll say something to get it banned on YouTube, like about like the current climate in the Middle East.
Oh my
like,
god!
You
that's
mean
so
like the heat or
spicy?
like
No.
the climate
No,
change?
like
political climate.
Afghanistan.
How would we get banned for that?
I don't know.
So
They
you're
YouTube like remember when like COVID
propaganda.
first started? The YouTube was like no talk about COVID, so they were always like the NSYNC or the Backstreet Boys reunion tour was what everyone was calling it.
I know. I forgot about that actually.
I also like that it's the first episode we're already trying to get banned.
Yeah.
Like what are
Well,
some?
you
what are
guys are
some
trying to get
phrases
me
you could say?
banned, is what you're trying to do.
We could do it if we wanted to.
I got my first Twitch paycheck. You're already trying to get me banned. Wow,
Hey,
thanks.
listen, it means you're like doing well for yourself if you're a part of cancel culture. Like if someone's trying
What?
to cancel you, chances are that means you mean something to the internet for them to want to cancel you. So you're doing pretty good if you get canceled.
Or conversely, you're a sexual predator.
Yeah, suck my dick or I'm gonna cancel you.
You're gonna regret saying that when I'm sucking your dick later.
But that's consensual. I don't know if that counts.
No, it's
He
definitely
just
not.
said he's gonna suck my dick later. You heard it.
I heard it. So
It's
I guess
future living.
I'll leave you two alone if you want.
No. We're gonna do that later. We got a show to run.
Okay.
So what? So you guys like? I talked about mine. Like, do you guys have like weird first?
Oh, my first email.
That, like you
my-
can talk about. I don't want you to like dox yourself or something,
Yeah,
right?
my
It's
mom. My mom. Okay, so the reason I have this email. So my mom. I really wanted a Neopets account, and I was too young to have. My mom didn't want me to do it by myself. She's like, "No, I'll make an email for you," but it's just for Neopets, and it was. I wanted it to be puppy love. You know, like that's like the.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, I get.
everyone knows that term, right? I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, when two
I don't even
people
know how
like
to
each other,
describe
but
it.
they're like young and like.
It's
I thought
young. It's
bestiality
puppy-
is
it's puppy
bestiality
love.
legal in Canada?
It's not actually. It's very explicitly not legal. Yeah.
You can't even own a raccoon in Canada. I don't think you can have sex.
First of
with
all, I
a
don't think you should
raccoon.
own any animals. Animals are free living beings and should not be owned.
My
Yeah, I think
cat
we
would
should
die
get, like,
if
a big-
she did not live with me. She would die. She'd be dead.
She should choose to live with you. Like my cat was an outdoor cat. He chose to live with me.
I guess she didn't really have a choice to live with me, but I think she likes it here.
There's food for sure.
Yeah, and I don't know, she seems to like me. She meows a lot to let me know that, you know, she likes me, I guess. But okay, wait, but my email was not, my mom wrote it for me because I like wrote it down on a piece of paper and I gave it to my mom being like, this is what I want my email to be. And then she made it and I looked at it and I was like, Mom, this is spelt wrong. And so she wrote it as love puppy
Love puppy?
instead of puppy love. So yeah,
That's
that was my
funny.
first email.
That's pretty funny. Joe, you got one?
Yeah,
can tell us?
strangely enough, so when I was a kid, I went to the zoo a lot, and I had a favorite animal, as everyone does, and my email was Monkey Boy 2 because Monkey Boy was taken. It
Nice
was actually
one.
one of the. It came to me one day when I was sitting in front of the monkeys, and I realized I had to shit my pants right as the monkeys were throwing poop at me, and it's stuck with me ever since. I still use it to this day.
You know, that's MSN or Hotmail. What's that?
Well, I mean that'd be telling, wouldn't
Oh
it?
right. You fucking
so
liar.
we can't email you.
Well, you
Yep.
can just try them all.
That's true. Okay.
It's monkeyboy at monkeyboy.com. Monkeyboy2 at monkeyboy.com.
There is. I used to use a site to do like temporary emails.
Yeah, I'm aware of Pornhub.
No, it's so you can get like you can use it so you can get like codes for certain sites of like sign up for a newsletter, get 10% off your order, and it's like, well, if I can just get a new code every time.
That's so much smarter than what I used to do.
Yeah, it's making a whole email. And it was always like one was called like Shark Bait, I think. They had all these like
Finding
weird.
Nemo.
Is that a character in Finding Nemo?
They call Nemo shark bait.
Oh, I haven't seen the movie since it came out.
You know when he gets taken from the ocean and put into a tank in the dentist office?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
he meets all of the domesticated fish. They call
Yeah.
him shark bait.
Oh. Doesn't he get like
I love
sucked
that movie.
up through a vacuum or something to escape, and then he
Yeah,
goes?
it's how that was actually really traumatizing to watch that movie because I did have a fish tank like that, and I lost a lot of angelfish. They all died from that sucky thing.
I don't know how
When
old you were when you had your fish, but angelfish are assholes. We used to have angelfish, and
Yeah,
they
they
are
did beat
huge
up the
assholes.
other fish, but they're pretty. So
They're cichlids, and cichlid fish are huge assholes.
I
Yeah,
did
we had
used
an
to.
angelfish growing up too.
I grounded one once, and then I accidentally killed it by grounding it because I was like, I think I was like 10 years old or something, maybe 9 years old, and I was like, you can't be mean to the other fish, so I took it out of the tank, and like that was its grounding, was like to suffocate it.
Oh my god!
It's pretty fucked up,
You
right?
waterboarded a fish, basically.
With air.
Yeah.
And then
This will teach you, you motherfucker.
I just left him out, and I think it actually killed him.
He had brain damage. You put him back in, and he's just.
I put him back in, and he just like floated all the way back to the top, and I was like, "Oh my god, I just killed my."
Oh,
my
is
fish.
that when you decided to become a vegetarian?
And then,
It was one
she,
of the turning
she framed
points,
the
yeah.
clownfish.
She framed the clown. It's always the clown.
I actually like told my mom I didn't want fish anymore after that because I was actually really sad that I killed. I was like, wow, I shouldn't be in the position of power over these fish.
Position of power. You're
I cannot choose their lives for them. Like they need to be free. I can't be this person because I am doing the wrong thing. Clearly, I'm not really a good.
Well, no, it's because they're
dictator
like,
for them.
Here's the thing about like when kids are like, because we're in North America, we're shown such sanitized things about animals. It's like, oh, Bugs Bunny, he's like, oh, he's funny and he's wacky. It's like, don't fuck with rabbits, like, because people will like buy rabbits and then just fucking throw them away at like Easter.
Oh, Easter, yeah.
You know what I
like
mean?
a lot of kids really want bunnies.
And you watch
Easter.
you watch Finding Nemo, and you're like, oh, all these fish get along, and it's like, no, actually, most fish don't get along, and they will try and kill each other. Like
It's
only
most
certain
cats
schools
don't really get along either.
Some cats do, some cats don't. Right?
Yeah, I mean they tolerate each other, but generally cats are like to be alone.
Almost all, other than lions, pretty much every cat is a solo hunt. It's a solitary animal, right? Like they mate and then they just leave each other alone. But lions are like one of the few that actually travel together. You know what I never understood? Why do they call the lion the king of the jungle when he lives in the savannah?
Because he's got a big crown.
He's got a big crown.
It says jungle on it.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Are lions junglers?
Next
is
question.
that a thing?
Next question.
Are they junglers in League of Legends? Is that would that make?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. That's a good question. I'll get back to you on that someday.
Because
wait, there are like lion inspired legends in League of Legends that are junglers though. That does make sense.
You know what I just realized? They call them champions in League of Legends. Why don't they call them legends?
That's a great.
I don't know.
That's a great point.
I was saying that too. I was like thinking of that when I was saying
as you
it,
said that. I was
wow.
like, oh, that's
you know, I was like, wait, they're not even called legends because I was getting it confused with Apex Legends, and then I think they're called legends or I don't know.
They are called legends in Apex Legends.
Yeah, they're called legends in Apex Legends, but they're called champions in League.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
Hold on. Get Riot on the phone. I got a great idea.
Hold on, let me dial him up.
That should be easy.
One second. I'm gonna call up Riot. Hello, Mr. Riot. Yeah.
I got another idea.
You're on the podcast.
No, they can make a Mario Odyssey themed game. It'd be great.
Something about I just want to ask you why you called your character. He hung up. He hung up on me.
Call him back.
One sec.
I think you're hesitating too much.
He blocked me. He's it said the call won't go through.
We can tweet to him.
John Riot.
Show him your
Twitter. People take we should ask Mr. Riot when's the last time he shit himself.
Just tweet at the.
He's probably got some good stories.
I bet
I
he's
think
probably
so,
old,
yeah.
right? Like he's probably like really old.
I don't think so. I think he's like
Do
Mark
you think he likes
Zuckerberg's
the band
age.
Quiet Riot?
Probably not. I think he fucks with the Tea Party though.
Oh, he is young. He's not that old.
League hasn't been around for too long.
Nico Laurent.
Who?
That's
Who's
his
that?
name. Nicolo Laurent. Riot Games.
That's not. Why'd you make that name?
CEO of Riot. Looking it up
Do you
his.
think he likes Riot by 3 Days Grace?
I think he likes.
Thinking of that song, that was
I
song
hate.
was in my
He
head,
likes
actually.
everything. He likes. I hate everything about you because that's how people feel about League of Legends.
League?
Like I hate everything about you. Why do I love you so? Right?
I never heard it.
Why would you listen
Huh.
to Canadian bands? Why?
I like a few Canadian bands. There's Default.
No, it's
I like
it's actually
Avril,
default.
Avril Lavigne, Shania
That's what I said.
Twain. Justin Bieber,
Chance Wang,
Drake,
yeah.
Oh God, not Justin Bieber. No,
The Biebs.
please no.
Biebs.
But of
Everybody
all
loves
the
the Biebs.
Canadian acts you
Yeah.
can pick, like
I like a few.
actually,
Justin
you
Bieber
really like
songs.
Bare Naked Ladies, don't you, Joe?
Never heard of them.
Oh,
I do
okay.
love Bare Naked Ladies, though. You're not wrong. Weird Al Yankovic,
He's not Canadian.
Tom Petty.
He
I don't-
sounds like he should be Canadian, but he's not Canadian.
Weird Al is from like Sacramento or something.
Wisconsin.
He's from
Wisconsin, yeah.
California. Yeah, he's from down in California. You know Weird Al's 61.
I believe it.
I can't wait for him to be 8 years older.
That's gonna be great. When's he releasing another album?
Tomorrow.
It'd be great. It'd be wonderful.
I bet he made a song about the COVID pandemic.
I think he's got more taste than that.
I think you think too highly of him.
I think very highly of him. I think he's the greatest parody artist since the Smothers Brothers.
The what?
It was a group. They were a comedic duo.
Did you make that name up just now?
I did not actually. The Smothers Brothers is a real. I'm googling it right now. The Smothers Brothers was a Thomas and Richard,
I'm a
American folk
smother
singers,
brother,
musicians,
you're
and
a
comedians.
smother brother, let's smother each other's brothers, smother.
They would argue while singing, basically. Yeah, I don't know if they were actually a parody though.
Remember when Chuck Norris was like the highlight of memes?
Yeah,
Win.
Like everyone made Chuck Norris jokes, but no one says that anymore.
yeah. He endorsed Trump. That's why.
Wait, really?
No,
Yeah.
he fell off the market.
He's
before.
been a
Oh.
hard Republican for a long time actually, and that he lost a lot of like internet clout because of that.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him in a while. I was like, damn, did he die?
Well, he's also
Maybe he
old
got
as
COVID.
shit. You know, he's 81, so he's not exactly young anymore.
What are you talking about?
You're right. He's real
You can still
spry.
get it with the kids.
Like Walker Texas Ranger ran from 93 to 2001. His movie debut was in 1972. Like he's
Damn.
not like an 80s action star. He was a 70s star.
Wow.
Yeah, he's old. Which doesn't help. Also, Jean-Claude Van Damme's getting up there. Was he like 60 something? Yeah, he's exactly 60. Fucking nailed it.
Do you think you could fit Jean-Claude Van Damme in your butthole for $3
No,
million?
not even.
I rather put Mountain Dew in my butthole for that much money.
How much?
That wasn't the question.
It was
$3.
earlier.
How much liquid Mountain Dew?
Is
Do
there
you-
a solid Mountain Dew? Hold on.
Well, I'm saying because like I'm not talking about the bottle. I'm talking about like pouring it out, right?
Oh, I thought that's what we were talking about.
No.
we're talking about.
He's talking about the
Oh,
bottle.
oh, we have to shove the bottle.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be filled with Mountain Dew. It just has to be a 2-liter bottle.
Well, presumably
No, it
it's
has
filled
to
with-
be filled with Mountain Dew.
Could it be a different
admit, I
I
brand?
was
didn't
saying
say
it could be any drink then. It
Could
doesn't
it
even
be
have
a
to Mountain Dew.
different
It could be
brand
Dr.
bottle
Pepper
then, but
or-
filled with Mountain Dew?
Yeah, but I'm secretly sponsored by Mountain Dew, so I didn't mention them.
Oh, I was gonna do Fanta.
Oh.
They give me
Sponsored by
12
the-
cents every time
I'm
I say
sponsored by the
brand.
Juggalos. So, oh wait, no, that's Fago.
Fanta. I got addicted to Fanta when I was 17. I went on a school trip to England, Scotland, and Wales, and I was like, "What the
He
fuck
never
is
shuts
this?"
up
I was
about
like,
England,
"Tangerine Fanta." Shut up. It was a great trip. Shut up. Some of my best friends, people who are still some of my best friends, went on that trip. I climbed a fucking mountain, and I drank nothing but Fanta, and they didn't have nacho flavored Doritos. They had regular Doritos, which were Cool Ranch. So
Yo,
that's what
Cool Ranch, don't talk shit about Cool
I'm not
Ranch
talking shit.
Doritos.
That's what I ate.
Those
Is
are
that
so good.
they called them regular though? I was like, what the fuck is a
Wait,
regular
those are
Dorito?
considered regular Doritos? They
Yeah.
just, by default, Doritos are
I
just
think you
Cool
mean
Ranch
oregano.
there? Oregano?
No,
No,
not
he
oregano.
smoked some of that though.
No. Why would I? Actually, I do know a guy who smoked oregano in high school. I knew.
Let's get him on the show next.
Yeah, get rid of
podcast.
Ark.
He
Bring
might
that
be.
guy.
He might be dead. Actually.
Oh, because he smoked oregano?
Yeah, the oregano killed him. Yeah, I don't know. Don't smoke oregano, kids.
Did
It's
it
not
use
good
a
for you.
gun or like? How did it get him?
A wood stove.
Poor boy.
Yeah. Poor little bugger never had a chance.
Never had a chance.
Are we out of topics? Are we done here?
Hot topics. We can be if you want to be out of topics. I can
I
shut
know.
up.
feel
Let
like-
me see. Let me see.
We're over an hour. So
Are we?
yeah.
Oh
Really?
yeah, I have a minute left. Yeah.
Well, Canadian time is slower though, right? So
Is it? Damn, that's why work feels like it's so long.
yeah, you guys didn't know that?
God
Well-
damn it.
Well, we don't have New York minutes, is why.
I'm talking about a Seattle second, not a New York minute.
Oh, is the
Yeah.
Seattle second faster? Is that the fastest?
Yeah, it's a 1.3 seconds for
Because we have, like Toronto tachyons.
the Toronto timer. Yeah.
We have an outro for this podcast.
Do you want to know what the outro is?
David says something stupid. I go, "Fuck you! I'll see you tomorrow." And then I go ahead and open up Discord, go to the call, and
That's it. That's it. He's right. Except I was gonna say "fuck you." I'll see you tomorrow.
no, he's
I didn't know.
back.
I didn't know if I should come back or not.
Oh, you ruined it.
That was perfect.
Yeah, I should have. If I'd have known, if I'd have timed it perfectly, I would have hit stop stream. But
But you
didn't.
can always edit it.
Yeah,
Nah, I'm not gonna.
fair enough.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not gonna.
completely uncensored podcast.
It is.
Nobody said anything harsh enough for me to go fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really. Yeah, I don't really want to say fuck you to any of you, but I also probably won't see you tomorrow either.
Well, way to break the illusion. Also, I've never seen Joe.
Really?
I've seen you though.
He's
so-
seen me plenty, yeah, but I've never seen him. Yeah.
Wait, you guys have never met IRL?
No.
I wouldn't want to.
You're an internet
You're such a
friend.
fucking
Wow.
liar. You're such a liar. You're like, why don't you move to BC so I can, you can come visit. He keeps telling me to come visit
but
him.
Then you could finally do what you said you were going to do on the show. You could suck my penis.
You're gonna regret that when I'm sucking your dick later.
He's gonna buy
I don't
a
think I
flight
will
right
regret
after
it.
this.
The
He's
thing
on his
is,
way
I
right
only
now.
say that because he kept saying that, and now I say it on air, and then he doesn't say it on air, and I look like
I
an
didn't say it
idiot.
once.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with sucking a little dick on the down low.
Yeah, see, David, there's nothing wrong.
I have nothing against it. I just don't want to do
It's
it.
not going to suck itself.
It might.
I do like that. Well, it might. We don't know.
Yeah.
Have we ever tested it?
Until we have a proper scientific study,
Upon watching the penis for 10 hours, it appears that it will, in fact, not suck itself.
Maybe it's like
Maybe it's
quantum mechanics. Maybe an unobserved penis sucks itself.
Yeah, a penis in motion will stay in motion until sucked.
That's right. Until
It's like
sucked
a
upon.
Schrodinger's penis.
Schwarding.
Schrodinger.
Schrodinger's penis.
I like Swardingers.
Schwardingers.
Swardingers.
And Schrodinger's penis. Yeah, sure.
All right. Fuck you. I'll see you tomorrow.